afternoon. It's 12:30. I'm just finishing off my lunch. My husband is just, yeah, that is a rancid nut. Yuck. I don't like rancid nuts. My husband's just headed off on his run. I made a joking comment just as he was leaving, and he stopped and he asked me what I was talking about. And my husband is able to joke, speak lightly with everybody else. Our children, excuse me. But
or a post on Facebook that all your friends
can
will
you
see. Or a paper for your English class.
Yes, thank you. Obviously something was going on there. I was looking up some poets, and obviously an ad came on and started talking. Yeah. He speaks lightly, jokes with everyone else. He's pleasant. No, not with me. With me, he has no patience. He loses his temper. A totally different person, which is natural. I mean, the people you're comfortable with, the most comfortable with, well, those are the ones you can be the nastiest to, and that's what happens. I'm sure I'm not very nice to him sometimes, so fair's fair. But he has no sense of humor when it comes to me. And I have no sense of humor, obviously, because whatever I say has got to be taken seriously. Dead serious, you know? What are you talking about? What do you mean? I was just making light of what just happened. Always takes me the wrong way. I don't usually air this. That's the first time I've aired it. He has no sense of humor when it comes to me. Absolutely nothing. It's always been that way. I think. I can't remember. I'm not a big joker. But and when I say something like that to my kids, they get it right away. My husband never gets it. It must be such a surprise that I'm trying to be light. I'm trying to joke around him. Because a joke coming out of my mouth is not a joke. It's something that you have to absorb and take apart, and it's a mystery. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, I discovered what my plant is. Oh, I put that away. It's a ZZ plant. Anyway, it's what we call a, let's look that thing up. Really? You're going to look it up for me? Really? I did want to look it up. So I want to look in history, and it is a Zamioculus, Zamioculcus, Zamifolia. Zamioculcus, Zamiofolia. Very forgiving. Doesn't need much water. Doesn't need much care. The only way you can really kill it is by overwatering it, which is someone told me when I got it at my mom's place. Obviously, the light situation here is better. Or maybe she didn't water it at all. Or maybe it, I don't know. Because it has expanded and expanded and expanded since I got it, and it was just at my mom's place. So, Zamioculcas, Zamiofolia, I think that's what it's called. Anyway, they have it, they call it as the ZZ plant. Hard to kill. Very hard to kill. And I looked for the warning signs of, doing something wrong to it, because I often keep plants going until they suddenly die. So that's what I was looking for. The reason I couldn't find it is because it's not in my plant book. It is a recently introduced houseplant, say, variety. And recently, in terms of, not 50 years ago, which is, well, my book isn't 50 years old, but it's probably 20 years. This plant is more recently popular. African. And now that it's, doing so well, I really like it. Before it was just so, I was afraid to touch it, Now it seems friendlier. Now, beside it, the grouping of plants there, that was the gift from the teachers when my mother died. A box full of plants. I'm always so hesitant to separate plants. Usually I let my husband do it. He does it, and boom, they all do well. So that's good. But I am scared of separating plants. Anyway, one of them is not doing well. I believe it's a flowering one that hasn't flowered. But it's one of those plants that I had when I was in university. It reaches out. I feel that it's a reaching out plant, hands reaching out. It's, I had one of those that kept it going until I went away over Christmas, and the person I keep it cared for over Christmas killed it by opening a window. I know in Vancouver it's not bad to open a window, but when it's winter, it's still cold. Killed it. Thanks. So I give it to you so you could kill it. Mm-hmm. Back then I didn't know anything about plants, so I have no idea if I could have kept it going or not. The only thing I was good at was, and even those, the ones with the fuzzy leaves? Yeah. Because my mother was good at those. Which did not automatically mean that I was, because there were flowers. The beginnings of my flower phobia. But in that grouping is one of those plants that I do really well with, Dracaena. And I look forward to that one being out and alone in that planter. Some ivies, I think. Or I don't know what else. And one of those yellow, whatever. Maybe a philodendron, I'm not sure. Yeah, anyway. But the ZZ plant, after I made the last video, that's when I looked it up, because I was finally, inspired enough to look it up. Because it had been sitting there since October with me not knowing what it was. And my husband kept saying, "Well, my sister told you what it was." So tell me, what is it? Huh? No. I'm supposed to remember, but you don't? Excuse me, that doesn't work. So I looked it up, and it was hard to find. But finally, there was a picture. I recognized it. Okay. Okay. My nuts are not running out because my cheese ran out. I had the bocconcini, which I sprinkled dried kale on. Mayonnaise sandwich. Yum. I ran out yesterday. No more bocconcini. 3 slices of bocconcini. I really like that cheese. No flavor. Well, it's like the soft one. Well, that day at New Year's, my husband bought lots of soft cheeses, which he knows I love, and he discovered this bocconcini, which he now knows I love. Very low calorie. And I have 3 slices on a sandwich on a weekend. It's not like my husband and I don't get along. We get along very well. But when it comes to humor or patience, oh well. I should get that. I don't know if that whole plant is dead in there or it's just that one leaf. I know it's not going to do well. Because if you have hopes of ever flowering, don't come near me. Yeah. Not a good idea.